Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh dan selamat sejahtera. My name is Muhammad Amrul Ashraf bin Muhammad Razali and my other two friends is Muhammad Ali Fikri bin Abdullah and also Muhammad Azizi Amri bin Muhammad Amrul Shah. So today we will like to talk about our case study. The issue is for the Mimaland Gombak collapse. So our table of content is first the introduction, part 1 engineering management in society, part 2 professional bodies engineering, part 3 sustainability and also the grid engineering. So for the introduction about Mimaland Gombak collapse, so I will talk about it. So for our introduction, Mimaland Theme Park start operating its operation from the 1975. The name Mimaland is actually an acronym from the word combination Malaysia in miniature land. Mimaland was built on a hilly area of 300 acres in Ulu Gombak near Kuala Lumpur, served by an exit to the Old Gombak Bencong Road. It was owned by Mimaland Berhad, a member of Magnum Group of companies nowadays called the Magnum Corporation. Mimaland's construction was done in phase and the theme park was opened in stages. Mimaland's first phase was completed in 1970s and consisted of 24 motels, 5 chalets, and also swimming pool. Among the main attractions was the prehistoric animal park containing dinosaur models of very impressive size. Additionally, Mimaland also had a lake for boating and fishing activities, a giant mess, as well as a cross forest area. But in January 1993, a 27-year-old Singaporean was killed while using the giant slide at the Mimaland pool. The incident shocked the entire public and resulted in the temporary closure of Mimaland. After improvement was done to the giant slide, Mimaland was reopened. However, a minor landslide caused damage to the walls of the same pool in 1994. This incident caused muddy water to seep into the pool, causing the area to close to the public. Several parties, including government agencies, took the management of Mimaland to court, a number of offences, among which the security control issue. As a result, the court barred Mimaland from continuing its operations. Mimaland ceased operations officially in 1994. Mimaland relics still exist until today. So, for the contents, so this is our maps from the old time to the nowadays. Uh, this is from the old days. So from the left side, the picture. This is the entrance, the old one, and the nowadays. The nowadays is now called abandoned because of this day of cease operations. So from the right picture, we see that this is a Mimaland map, the entire mapping of the Mimaland. So we can see which places the pool. This one. So I will like to talk about the contents also. Contents is like the same as the introduction. So um, a terrible tragedy that happened in Mimaland Gombak. Mimaland started operating in 1975. The name Mimaland is actually an acronym of the word combination of the Malaysian in miniature land. Mimaland was built on a hilly area of 300 acres in Ulu Gombak near Kuala Lumpur, served by an exit to the Old Gombak Bencong Road. It was owned by a Mimaland Berhad, a member of Magnum Group of companies now called the Magnum Corporation. Mimaland's construction was done in phases and the theme park was opened in stages. Mimaland's first phase was completed in 1970s and consisted of the 24 motor fascias and a swimming pool. Among the main attractions was the prehistoric animal park containing dinosaur models of very impressive size. Additionally, Mimaland also had a lake for boating, fishing activities, a giant maze, as well as a cross-forest area. In January 1993, a 27-year-old Singaporean was killed while using the giant slide at the Mimaland pool. The incident shocked the entire public and resulted in a temporary closure of the Mimaland. After the improvement was made to the giant slide, however, uh, the Mimaland was reopened, but a minor landslide caused damage to the walls of the simple in 1994. This incident caused muddy water to seep into the pool, causing the entire area to close to the public. Several parties, including government agencies, took the management of Mimaland to court on a number of offences, among which was security control issues. As a result, the court barred Mimaland from continuing its operation. But it was not for long. Then, Mimaland was closed permanently in 1994. The Mimaland relic still exists to this day.
Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. This is the next slide for other my team member. I'm the second member. I'll talk about continue this slide. Alright. Before I go that, I present my name. My name is Muhammad Azizi bin Muhammad Amir Shah. The matrix number is 49 20F1025. Alright. Slide now is on the part 1, engineering management in society. Alright, next. The worker, workplace and environment safety and health awareness and compliance with the relevant statutory and legal requirement at working area. Engineering practice means any professional service or creative work requiring engineering education, training and experience, especially knowledge to this practice must practice is mathematical, physical and engineering science. To such professional service or creative work, constellation, research, investigation, evaluation, training, surveying as defined in the program 20. Okay, so subdivision D and E of this subdivision is design, location, development or review construction for conformance with contract document and design in connection with any public or private utility structure, building, machine, equipment, process, work or project. Such a service and the work include the plans and design relating up to the location. Alright, a person shall be practice or offering practice engineering if a person practice at the bench of professional engineering or by verbal claim, sign, advisement, letterhead, card or any manner is present. A person employer on a full-time basis as an engineer by employer engaged in the business developing, mining and treating ores and other material. Okay, we know this. So many structure we must practice for engineering. So like such as on this slide is we must have the knowledge about mathematics, physical and engineering science to get with experience in the job what we do with workers and to avoid some accident and dangerous while working on the area, working in the workplace. Right. Sorry. In this case, there are allegations the management of Mimaland has a weak control system that caused the accident of the Singapore tourists who died in the water slide in Mimaland. If there is an accident on Mimaland, we know because this person employer not responsibility about this safety environment they choose. Now we are on the next slide with the concept of safety in tourism. According to Ankalia 1994, the safety aspect in the state free from the danger many of use the equipment that can reduce control or prevent the accident. Under the searching 1999, asset safety has a condition free from any accident. If a tourist feel unsafe and treated in the destination, the tourist in question will make the impression that negative to the destination. It can have a detrimental effect on the industry on tourism due to tourist arrival will decline sharply, Richard 2003. This is our research. That's about safety. If you choose if you feel in a safe or unsafe or in destination but you choose to make like construction, we must avoid from choose that place. Alright, now next session Mitchell Co 2003 meanwhile define the security in tourism as a personal safety and tourist property, including the ability to know direction, the foreign environment, understand the system signal occur, social indicators, and conversion, as well as the safety of the consumer service and shopping. The aspect of safety and insurance in tourist destinations have been considered to be multi-dimensional, complex by involving a variety content theory such as security, politics, tourist politics, public safety, health and and security of personal data, legal protection against tourists, protection of consumer rights, security and communication, protection from natural disaster, environment safety, protection, obtaining authentic information, service quality assurance, and another. From Covery 2010. Next slide is safety and tourism. Concept and variable. In formulating the basis for the safety theory that is important. The first is define the key concept that result from the relationship between tourism and incident safety. Once this concept along with its variable has been defined, it will be fundamental towards the subsequent theoretical development. Second, the intent for the environment concept and its related variable are grouped according to common subject. In recent years, theoretical discussion have to deal with the relationship between tourism security are categorized into three main groups of the concept, including variable for him. The group as follows is Group A, concept related and natural crisis and related security incident with tourism. Group B, concept related to the impact faces and security incident on tourism industry, tourists and hosts. Group C, concept related to short-term, medium-term and long-term by all shareholders for the cases and security incident that the potential and exciting. Alright, this next slide. Correlate duties and profession, employer and society. My suggestion is that on the behalf of the government should conduct the monitoring and inspection of all exciting interaction by the theme park management before he opened by the public, so as to avoid incident in the Mimaland required in the place. So this I would suggest. I would suggest to if the government should protect this early and before he open this on the public, he must know about construction, about dimension of construction, place that you choose to make a place safety to open on the public. So that's so we can avoid incident like in Mimaland now. In Mimaland right now, what we know for employers need to monitor and train employers so as not take mistake. The construction and employer of exciting exception by the term management. For community needs to be sensitive to environment and report any unusual incident and management. We are on this hours by community. We in community must know this environment so dangerous, and we can see and we can thinking about it to to use that or to in of the place. Classify professional obligation and duty. Professional obligation An employer professional obligation compares both secular and non-secular activity in support of the professional responsibility of the employer to carry out their duties in the appropriate manner and place. For example, when instructional activity, office hour, student advising, and certain other duties and responsibilities may be required to be performed at a specific time and place. Other non-secular activity are more efficiently performed in a manner and place determined by the employer in consultation with his or a supervisor. Alright, now we go in part 2. Professional bodies in engineering. This is more about what code what classified code we use for this accident on the Mimaland. Alright, here we go. This is 2.2, the IO code of professional conduct. This need to be obeyed related to the selected case or issue. Alright, in this this is like a paragraph. We make it. In this area calculation, we find the incident that took place in Mimaland was the incident caused by poorly examined construction and development factor in the safety of the water slide. This case can be classified as a code responsibly in the BM Code of Professional Conduct. State as the responsible code because the company that did the development of the water slide in the Mimaland did not study and scrutinize whether the development is suitable to be developed at the location with open space used as a amusement park. In addition, it can be argued that this construction was done by construction workers who built the slide inefficiently because they just want to complete this quickly and wish from the company because they what we can say on from this slide, we use a code responsibly because the company or the state pay these workers to not complete this to not construction workers in the good operation, good complete because it's a quickly and we should that's mean what we build for this what they are build, what the company they are build, they are not specific, not the detail on to make their job with well done and perfect like that because they want to quickly complete and just want to get the money. In this case, we can state the Mimaland construction company must take this code ethical responsibly I say on the first, so that this incident can be avoided with the aim of providing the safety of the life of user who comes to visit Mimaland, like the public, like if they are open to public, they must their company must priority safety for the user, especially on the public use for the using or playing on their Mimaland park. This is because the development need to be done in the stage which need to analyze construction area, development material use and worker paid in the successful construction process of this Mimaland project. Right. Alright. So the part 3 sustainable and green engineering, I pass to my next my teammate. Thank you.
Welcome and good evening. Okay, today my name is Muhammad Ali Fikri. Today I want to talk about part 3, sustainable and green engineering. Okay, this is a model of sustainable development. Firstly is in principle sustainability design, sustainable engineering, next to technology, and 2 is process and product, and last one is lifestyle. Okay, this is a structure Malaysian Green Technology Master Plan. Okay. Okay, now this is invention and innovation toward sustainability and green technology relate to the case. This number one is geogrid. Geogrid are material for erosion control that ensure that soil capacity to grow plant, reducing the damage caused by heavy rains and wind in slope and embankment. They are two-dimensional structure made by polymer to supplement soil stress. The best application is in soft soil such as sand or clay. Number two is expensive anchor bolt. They are made from tubular steel and through a high pressure water injection pump. Pneumatic, hydraulic, or electric expand and generate additional contact stress between the bolt and soil. Two, two main force take action, a perpendicular exit pressure through the whole length and a static friction also in the whole length. The bolt tensile strength ranges between 120 and 240 kilonewton linear length and depend on the kind of the rock. Number three is construction method. They allow decrease the associated risk to landslide and they are the most cost effective solution. A brief technique summary is shown on the follow the picture. This is a picture. Okay, you can see. Now sustainability and green engineering toward providing the solution in relate case. System scale perspective addressing nature-based solution for climate change, the adaptation and disaster risk reduction should start with a system-wide analysis of the local socio-economic, environmental and institutional condition. Risk and benefit assessment of full range of solution. A thorough assessment of risk and benefit of the full range of possible measure should be conducted, covering risk reduction, benefit as well as social and environmental effect. Standardized performance evaluation. Nature-based solution for landslide risk management need to be test, designed and using quantitative criteria. Integration with ecosystem conservation and restoration. Nature-based solution for landslide risk management should make use of existing ecosystem, native species and comply with basic principle of eco ecological restoration and conservation. Adaptive management, nature-based solution for landslide risk management need adaptive management based on long-term monitoring. This ensure their sustainable performance. Now, issue and engineering problem for sustainability method and implementation of the integrate management concept of resource and related ecosystem. Sustainability, construction technique, resources and building practice have evolved over the year. And with the increased interest in sustainability and energy conservation, new method of construction that focus on sustainability have been developed. There are two things that go into sustainable construction: the material that are used and the method that are utilized. Number two is material. One of the best way to practice sustainability in construction is through the material that are used. A new generation of stronger, lighter, and more sustainable building material can help solve many problems in the industry as well as push current practice to be more sustainable. These materials have the added benefit of protecting the environment by reducing the carbon footprint of the building that use this material. They promote a cleaner earth and a future of sustainability while also being aesthetically appealing and much more efficient and method. Sustainable construction is just about using the new material. It's also about using building method that enhance renewable and sustainable effort. Some of these methods include cutting material precisely in order to reduce waste, controlling waste management such as separating and recycling waste, constructing green building, adaptive reuse project that transform old building, managing construction site to improve the environment. Example include treating water on site, no smoking, recycling food containers, conserving energy, and selecting sustainable and recycled material. And the last is conclusion. Based on observation from the incident that occurred in Mimaland in 1974 and also 1994, I found that the management of theme parks such as Mimaland must make maintenance impact inspection more frequently. This is in order to avoid the occurrence of incident that could endanger the life of visitor. Apart from that, should also make a study on the area to be built. This is very important to reduce the risk of this disaster such as landslide of floods. Therefore, the management of the upcoming theme park need to take this matter more seriously so that the unwanted incident like in Mimaland will not happen again. Thank you.